Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Tammy, out in Walnut Creek Bath Boutique here in Greencastle, Indiana. Today I am getting ready to use my Custom Craft Tools slab mold for the first time. I've had it for a couple months, maybe 3, and I still haven't had a chance to use it. It has been sitting like this in pieces on my counter for all that time. So I think it's about time to get it out and give it a go. I'm going to start from scratch and just kind of give you maybe a bit of a review. I did have a soap planned for this and I kind of chickened out on that. So first things first, I'm going to do a more simple soap, and then if I have good luck with this mold, I'm going to do a more complicated soap. So if you are interested in seeing how I am going to try to create a woodlandscape scenery, stay tuned. So guys, I'm editing this video and I realized I completely forgot to tell you what fragrance oil I was using in this soap, and that's kind of important, right? So just so you know, the soap is being made with Apricot Grove from Candle Science. And here is a bit of a sneak peek for you. This smells really, really good, and I think it's not overly fruity. It's got a really nice green note to it, and I really liked working with this fragrance oil. So I'm going to get off now and let you continue watching the making of this Apricot Grove soap with my new Custom Craft Tool soap mold. I also forgot to say, and I don't know if I mentioned this is a tall and skinny soap mold. That's really difficult to find a sectional slab mold that is for tall and skinny bars. So I really appreciate the fact that these bars will mimic the other bars on my shelf, and there's not going to be this huge like short and wide or different bar shape. I kind of like having the same shape for my cigar bands. Right now I still use cigar bands. So having the same shape is super helpful, and I appreciate that. I have nuts and bolts. These must be the insides. Little, I don't know, is that Mylar? Something like that. And okay, so it says to remove the plastic. This is the bottom. Wait a minute. Is that maybe that's a lid. Does it come with the lid, maybe? Let's see. Fits together like a puzzle. I have to take my gloves off. I'm trying to reuse them. They're clean. I want to reuse them. All right, let's take the plastic off the panels. Oh guys, my fingers hit the buttons again. I'm not a fan of my camera. I spent so much money on it. And I just, at the viewfinder, I always have to flip it back and forth. Well, my fingers touch it. I just wish there was a way to lock it. Maybe there is and I just don't know it. I need to check into that, because I'm always hitting that, and my, what is it, 1/60, what is that? Like, frames per second? No, that's 30. I don't know, guys. I'm not very good at the camera thing. Guys, I got it put together. It was really, really easy to put together once I started figuring out what was what. I think my biggest confusion was this lid. I couldn't decide. I couldn't tell if this was the bottom or the top, but the grooved part is a top. So that's really nice that this comes with a top. I don't think I realized it did. And the divider's going last. And I'm ready to get started. Put my gloves back on. Again, really simple soap design, guys. I just wanted to get a feel for the soap, and I wanted to try this Apricot Grove. So I have my oils here ready. There's some kale and clay in here. This color is Clementine Mica from Micas and More. That's the Apricot. And then my green I have here is a combination of aqua green, and I darken that up with just a little bit of jungle green. And both of these are from Micas and More. All right. This fragrance oil will accelerate just a little bit. It said moderate on the soap notes. So I'm just going to kind of be careful with this. Oops, I dropped some. Not much. Look at me try to scoop this up. That's a joke. I do have citric acid and sugar in my lye water this time. And I'm also using my goat milk. I'm just throwing it all in. My goodness, guys, it has been so long since I've made soap. Well, I mean, I did the challenge soap a couple weeks ago, but I bet that's the only soap I made in the whole month of May was that challenge soap. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pour this off before I add my fragrance oil, just to, again, I don't know, with my recipe and moderate acceleration, I'm just going to kind of be a little bit careful. This also discolors to tan. And I'm going to stick blend that in just to see if I can get it any whiter. A tiny bit whiter with the stick blending, but not by much. Okay. Look at that. It's been a while since I've dropped something. Heavens. Look at that. Well, I'm not noticing any acceleration whatsoever. I was kind of ready for it, guys. Kind of ready for some acceleration, actually. All right, I'm going to just very, very quickly try to bring these up to speed. A simple in the pot swirl. All right, so I am going to go ahead and put these in here. edges are a little, the corners are a little like dipped down, so I'm gonna try to even that out a little bit so the bar doesn't look off center. What do you guys think? I think it's gonna be nice. Now, I overfilled it, so I'm not gonna put the lid on. I can always like plane off if it gets a little gunked up. So I think what I'm gonna do is just put plastic wrap over it to keep the air off of it, and then wrap it in blankets. You're really not supposed to put this in the oven. The white ones from Custom Craft Tools, the instructions say, you know, really not meant for that. So I'm going to cover it with plastic and get it out on my pool table to cure for a few days. So I'll be back in a few days. All right, guys, let's get this unmolded. I've been putting this off because I've just heard and seen a little bit of a scariness with these molds. I did just cover it with some cling film because it was too full for my lid that came with it. All right, what's first? All right, I'm going to go off the edge of my table, so you may not see what I'm doing. Oh, look at that. It just came right off. All right. I was making it harder than it needed to be, wasn't I? And now that the long sides are off, I haven't read the directions. I should probably do that too. That was much easier, guys, than I expected. These are just popping right off. There. Much easier than I expected. Okay, so maybe I should go read the instructions. Look at that. Oh, I forgot we have this little thing on there. And now they pop right off. Oh, wow. Cute. How cute is that? I'm not tearing. I'm trying not to tear, but I'm messing up my bottom here just a little bit by pulling it like I am. So let me see if I can just push it like this instead. That's better. I'm not tearing up my bottom that way. And maybe I'm going to take this off, just sliding it. And push those out. Can you see what I'm doing? Gently just pushing that forward. It's coming right off. All right, guys, they are done, and I think they're adorable. I love the colors, actually. I think I did really good with the colors, right? The green and orange. It smells good. It's clean. It's got that green note. It's not overly fruity or anything like that. So I do like this. Now, the mold was super easy to unmold. I was really not expecting it to be that easy. Now, I did let it set in my mold for 3 or 4 days probably, and I'm not the most patient person, but I just left it alone. That probably helped. I did use sodium lactate. That probably helped, but really I had no issues unmolding this, and I was so worried about that. Now I don't know, this is the back. It's just kind of gunky looking. I think I might actually plane this just because of that. It just looks weird to me, and I don't know if that was me unmolding it. There's just a texture to the back of them, and I'm not one to plane. I really don't like planing. I don't like wasting that soap, but I think like this one's fairly smooth. One of the things that I need to work on is the middle bars, or the middle parts of those like a few of those bars were higher and thicker than I think the corners, because I do have like this one as opposed to maybe this one. Let's check the size. Hang on real quick. Oh my goodness, guys. So this is 5.5 ounces. This is 6.5 ounces. That's huge. That's a big discrepancy. I need to make sure that my soap's very, very level before I put the dividers in, and it kind of pillows up, which isn't a bad thing. I kind of like how it kind of has a dome on it. Very, very like minimal, but I think that's kind of neat. Other than that, guys, I'm super happy with the mold. I am definitely going to be using it again, and I'm happy with the fragrance oil, and I'm happy with the soap. Woohoo! I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you give me a thumbs up. I hope you subscribe. I hope you comment down below and let me know what you're thinking, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye.